Okay, today I'm going to be working on this small little redbud. It's just a little planting, but I think with some time and some proper training, it can become a good little bonsai. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove a lot of these bigger leaves and just get them out of the way so I can see the trunk line a little better and make the repotting just that much easier. So with a good amount of the leaves pruned off, I'm going to go ahead and pop it out and take a look at the root structure. So you can see there's a lot of fine roots that go around the edge of the pot. By no means is it root bound, but I still want to get it into a smaller bonsai pot just to start working on the root structure. So I'll go ahead and start raking out the roots with this little fork, just getting them into place and getting the soil out. Now I'm being very gentle. All these roots are really small, so I don't want to take the chance of ripping too many of them. I want to try and keep as many as possible and just get rid of the ones that will be way too big. So I got a good amount of the soil out. Now I'm just going to go ahead and give it a good rinse. So now we can see the roots just a little bit better, and there's a good amount of them. Some of them are a little big and will have to be clipped away. The ones that go straight down will definitely have to get removed. This big one in the middle, that's the worst of them. And we'll take a look at the rest. So the rest of the roots aren't actually that bad. I think I'll be able to move them up just like this in the pot while I add some soil. There is one root off to the left that's just a little bit long. It's bigger and a little bit thicker, so I'm going to go ahead and shorten that. So now that I have the bigger roots cut away, I'm going to go ahead and just trim all the smaller, finer roots back so they'll be able to fit in the pot a little bit better. Just giving them a quick trim. And now it has a nice radial display on it. So now I'm just going to get the pot ready with some drainage screen. Now that the soil is added, I'm going to place my tree, make sure it's the right height while spreading out those roots. So I like the height of the tree and the roots are nice and splayed out. So now I'm just going to have to go back in and add some soil on top of the roots. And making sure to tamp down the soil into the roots. I don't want any air pockets, so I just use a small fork to go around and get all the soil inside those roots. Now there aren't a lot of roots and most of them are pretty small, so it should be able to go in pretty easy. And after you tamp it down just a little bit, you'll have to go back in and add some extra soil. Now just a quick water with my spray bottle and I should be able to add the moss. Giving it a nice thorough soaking. I'll water it with some fertilizer, but I still like to get a good amount of water in there. Really mist all of the soil. It also helps the moss just to have a little bit of humidity to start off with. So now with the tree potted up, all that's left to do is add some moss. I'm going to go around the base of this pot and try and fill up a good amount of it with moss. Now I won't cover 100% of the soil base, but I'll get enough down and it will spread over time. I'm coming in with the bigger chunks first and kind of just roughly putting them around, as well as tucking them into the sides of the pot, getting them nice and firm in the soil. I don't want to just set it on top of the soil. You want to press it down a little bit and actually have the roots of the moss be able to find the gaps in that soil. So with the moss added, I'm just going to do a little bit of weeding to clean it up and make it look nice. Hopefully over time I'll have to do less weeding. The moss tends to help with weeds actually getting into your trees, but it is relaxing to sit back and just do a little bit of weeding on your landscape. So I've wrapped up the work that is going to be done on this little redbud tree today. Like I said, it's a small little planting right now, but over some years and training, it will become the great bonsai it was meant to be. So until next time, happy planting!